Hey people, Ninja here, 3v3 Faction War. This is Estia Province and Chaos Space Marines versus Ordo Malleus. For the Blue Chaos team, the Tenso is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and destructive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control, fighting in melee, alongside a couple of Plague Champions. First up here is Lokyo, and we have oLev. oLev rocking the Black Legion Elite scheme, I believe. These guys fight in ranged combat by default with a damage over time bolt gun. They can get melee weapons with some strong utility and support. Red Ordo Malleus, a couple of brother captains. First up is Inekura, and we have Sir Gunter the Kaiser. These guys walk through objects and cannot be suppressed. Very durable heroes with strong support and disruption, fighting in melee. And rounding off the teams, Bruce Campbell is an Eversor Assassin, a risk-reward brawler fighting in melee that explodes on death. Do you want any more grim dark than that? On the east side against one of the Plague Champions, they've doubled up on the mid though. Plague Champion of oLev getting a little bit close, but gets away okay. Some burst damage from those hotshot lasgun stormtroopers. Doom Blast, first Doom Blast of the day. These guys go very deep into enemy territory here. Can these heretics get away? I don't think so. That was a bad Doom Blast, I think. I guess maybe they needed to stand a chance, but I don't think they're going to make it out. Nope, those heretics have wiped. They were default heretics though, so not the end of the world. Eversor Assassin forced to retreat. Brother Captain also getting quite low. The Plague Champions trying to create some distance to shoot those bolters, and they get rid of him. Heretics there putting in a good shift. oLev deciding not to Doom Blast those guys. Wanted maximum models fighting in melee there. Worked out okay. Double CSM for Lokyo. They will most likely replace those heretics, I think. Killed a couple of stormtroopers. Here come a strat squad though. They're kind of a support melee unit, although their melee capability can really fall off into tier 2 and tier 3, especially in a 3v3 match. But they're doing a good job here, chasing down these Chaos Space Marines, taking some shots from that Plague Champion as damage over time bolt gun, which he just stopped, has he? No, there goes. Can he kill one? Don't think so, not alone. Meanwhile, mid, Chaos Space Marines are capping, and the Sorcerer of the Tenso has pushed through the west side. Looks like they bashed maybe the node as well. That is gold and blue color scheme from the Tenso here, looking pretty cool. Eternal War on the way for those CSM, well, goldish, let's say. What was that? That was some brief Nurgle worship. There's some more Nurgle worship. Strat squad in the garrison firing those storm bolters, and we have double CSM also for oLev. Eversor has the Executioner pistol. What is it? 26 DPS with the neurotoxin to slow something down and do a chunk of damage over time to it. I guess we're going to see it here. There it is. It's a cool effect it has. Look at that. Note that it slows down the individual model that it hits, which typically slows down the entire squad because they try to stay in coherency with each other. Stormtroopers here with a sergeant. West side, meanwhile, is turning red thanks to Inekura, who's got some operatives up, has not got any strat squad going. And we can see the difference in population here. Inekura with an extra squad, but because they don't have any strat squad, they're basically the same in terms of population. Ouch. Teleported in for a sudden doom bolts into the face of that group of stormtroopers there. Vestments of the warp allowing the teleport, and consumed the heretic, did they? Yes, they did. Now fighting a brother captain. The other brother captain of Sir Gunter is forced to retreat. Some Nurgle worship now. The Plague Champion of oLev is quite low, has got triple Chaos Space Marines. I wonder if that was intended, or if they just got left on Overwatch there. But that is very ballsy. I mean, you can go triple Mark of Tzeentch, which would be very bad news for any enemy heavy infantry and the enemy heroes as well, but that's a lot. It's a lot to invest into something that's countered by a single vehicle basically, but you can do builds like that in the 3v3 because your ally can pick up your slack kind of thing. CSM dropping a model there. They're very strange positioning, like one of them was in cover, the other two didn't bother. Did I see some grenade launcher action there? Yep, oLev's got grenade launcher heretics up. Meanwhile, in the mid, there's a little push through the mid from Lokyo. There's some Nurgle worship. They can maybe get a decap. Although, interceptors for all three Ordo Malleus players, that's going to delay their tier 2s. Might be able to get a tech advantage here, the Chaos players, if they can cut down on losses from here on out. get quick Bloodletters and Blood Crushers up. Havocs are taking position for Lokyo. Now these guys, the Interceptors, sorry, do have a delay on their teleport these days. There it is. I think it's a 1.5 second delay, so not as long as the Bloodletter delay, but at least it's there now. It was a little bit ridiculous before when they had the tier 2 disruptive Furious Intervention teleport. They could just instantly disrupt things. There you see the marker for it. Cool little effect. More Heretics on the way for Lokyo. The Tenso, some late Noise Marines here. Did they drop something? Did they have something else up? I'm not sure. I don't think they did. They spent power on Sword of Flame and Vestments, and of course upgrading the Heretics and stuff. Both have an aspiring champion. Teleporting on the CSM is definitely a way to shut down the CSM. Gonna need to keep them split here, oLev, especially when these guys get their Furious Intervention, which does cost more energy. Furious Intervention is 65 energy jump, I think. 60 energy for the default teleport. Can they get this Plague Champion in retreat with all this melee? I guess not. They didn't want to try, at least. Havoc's backing off here. These guys trying to get out of the firing arc. Looks like they've made it. Meanwhile, west side is very red. What was that? A smoke grenade. To shut down their range, I guess. Operatives are fleeing. They do have the fall back plan. 403 to 433. They can get onto the power now with Noise Marines. Completely forgot that the operatives have that smoke grenade. Did not break the retreat with fallback though. Were they? Maybe they were. Yeah, they're down a model. He wants to reinforce them. This should be a pretty quick power bash with CSM, double Heretics, and Noise Marines. But Strike Squad are here to spoil the party, spoil the power bashing party. It's going to be a great target for the Brother Captain, of course, just to go straight for the Noise Marines. They can't knock him over with the Cacophony. And can tie them up for days. Here is that Brother Captain of Inekura. Looks like they've gone down because we don't have the indicator here. 379 to 433. It's a good incendiary grenade on those Heretics. I think they're both going to make it out. Big push on this power now from the blue team. Havoc supporting it. There's a jump from the Interceptors. Can they get targeted? No. Well, they did. More Interceptors teleporting in. That was a Furious Intervention with the Justicar in there. And there's a Psych Out grenade. Oh, it does still suppress. I thought they removed the suppression from that. It drains your energy and suppresses you. 379 to 426. They're chopping through those Chaos Space Marines there. Blood Crusher for oLev. Tier 2 for Lokyo. Tier 2 for Tenso. So Gunter already there. So they could not get the tech advantage after the Interceptors hit the field. They have a 2-to-1 cap. Pushing the east side now is Bruce Campbell. Sergeant's up for the Stormtroopers. Plague Champion has fallen. Eversor still with the Executioner pistol. Can they get enough power here? They can. Not sure how quickly they can bash it, but they'll give it a go. Looks like these guys are going for that contested power. It's a long-range bash here. When they launch a barrage to stop the cap. And it worked. They got the decap though. West side push here from Inekura. Looks like they are free to take it. The Tenso's gone mid-ish, but now they're going to defend. Double Heretics with Aspiring Champions, a Ton of War CSM and the Noise Marines. Can they get this done? Ouch. Incendiary. That did a lot of work. Noise Marines trying to shut things down with that Sonic Blaster. Brother Captain gets in there. Grenade. That smoke grenade again. Just shut them down. They don't get a debuff circle or anything though. There's that fallback with the flash grenade. I feel like the smoke should give a debuff circle if it's an offensive smoke grenade. I guess the Spotter's smoke shell doesn't either, does it? We have a Plague Fist Plague Champion for Lokyo with fetid armor. For that unholy stench, here comes a Blood Crusher for oLev. A demon in terms of worship support. Has vehicle armor, a bloodletter on the back of a juggernaut. Pretty fun unit. There's that demonic roar. Touch of Nurgle Heretics. It's all kicking off here towards the east side. Interceptors in on the Havocs. That is double Mark of Zinc CSM though, is it? No, it's a single Mark of Zinc CSM. Psych out grenade suppresses them. Couldn't hit the heretics with it though. That psych out grenade is pretty cool. And then throwing that onto a apothecary or something really shut them down. I think it drains 80 energy away or something like that. So not all of it, but a hell of a lot of it. They champion, popping the unholy stench. Ouch, plasma stormtroopers doing some work there. Blood Crusher is very far forward. I think it should back away. We have a Rhino and it's getting a las cannon to fight that Blood Crusher. Dreadnought up for the Tenso. We might see Mark of Khorne on that guy. A Rhino also up for Inekura. They've gone for the heavy bolter turret. We have an infiltrated Dreadnought. Brother Captain has had enough of these CSM. Nemesis Demon Hammer is up, and those are Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. It's regular melee damage, but it's a hell of a lot of DPS. 100 DPS from that thing. And a demolishing strike is pretty cool, as you saw. East side, they got rid of the power bash, but it looks like it was bashed pretty well. Blood Crusher doesn't want to fight the Rhino. Ouch. Eats a shot there. Got some AV, says Inekura. Some right here. Inekura doesn't have the power to respond to the Dreadnought alone right now. Furious Intervention and then an overcharged Plasma meant a bad day for those Chaos Space Marines. Full power bash here for the Ordo Malleus team. It's been so even so far. 305 to 386. Really nice back and forth going here. Might get some worship for the Blood Crusher. That's Lokyo worshipping though, so it's not going to affect the Blood Crusher because Chaos doesn't share. What did they bash? I think they bashed all the gens, 2 of them being rebuilt there. Meanwhile, west side, more of that furious intervention. Chaos Dreadnought has eaten a crack grenade. Is that from the interceptors or the operatives? Operatives are back here, maybe it was. 305 to 369. More furious intervention. No, that was a regular teleport. Don't have their Justicar. Double Nemesis Demon Hammers for the Brother Captains. Dreadnought does get away, does not have a mark yet. There's that furious intervention. Those guys were able to move away. Here comes the Plague Champion. Mind Blades up on those interceptors. Gives them more melee damage and ouch. That was painful, and I think more melee skill. Global ability of the Brother Captain at Demolishing Strike was awesome. Can they get the Rhino? They can. Rhino goes down. Las Cannon does its job pretty quickly. 303 to 369. Inekura with a Eversor Assassin to help chew through the Dreadnought's vehicle armor with those turbo penetrator rounds. Plague Champions did well with the Plague Fist so far. Oh, they both have one now. Here comes Armor of Pestilence though for oLev. Lokyo's forced off. That could mean they can push through onto the VP, get a decap here. East side. Las Cannon Rhino continues to Las Cannon stuff. It's not shooting the Blood Crusher though. Lots of Nurgle worship here. Rat Squad in amongst the Chaos Space Marines with their aspiring champion. Using their slaughter to pull melee weapons there. Doesn't last forever though. Blood Crusher charges away and I think survives. They got to push now, I think. Red team really have to push this. Get a decap, bash the power again. Inekura's holding steady on the west side. Now has a Mark of Khorne Chaos Dreadnought to deal with. The turbo penetrator rounds. Eversor Assassin getting shots in though. Need to go after that guy. Looks like the Mark of Khorne CSM are on him. He's not going to last long there. Oh, saved by the Demolishing Strike. If that strike didn't come in, he would have died in a few hits from those Mark of Khorne CSM. There we saw the Melter Bomb again, or Crack Grenade, or whatever it is, from the operatives. Interceptors can get the side cannons in tier 3, which is pretty fun. Which also, I think, gives them a Crack Grenade or something. Ouch. Sorcerer suppressed by the overcharged plasma. They now have their acolyte leader there for the fanaticism and the buffs that he gives. A Chaos Predator for Lokyo, the first play in tier 3. In fact, that Predator's going to be finished before most players get to tier 3. There's Blood Rage on the Mark of Corn Dreadnought. Lose control of it. That does more damage, has more speed, and has more damage resistance. Can they kill the Brother Captain here? Maybe. Plants their feet to shoot. 1 hit point. Man, gets away with 1 hit point. Pretty lucky there. Purgation on the way for Inekura for some more anti-vehicle, I guess. Could get that conversion beamer. I don't see a purchase immediately. Not sure how much it costs. I assume it's 75 or something. But we'll see. Blade Champion needs to turn and engage. Oh man, Heretics got killed so fast. Has the Unholy Stench saved them? It might have. I think it did. And there's that Pestilent Strike too. For the stun. I don't think they really needed the stun there. There's Fanaticism to try and get away. Giving them a 1.5 seconds of damage immunity. Plague Champion now dealt with though by the Strat Squad who turn on him. Only level 3 with Fetid. Doesn't even give him 900 hit points, so it's not the tankiest. Mark of Corn Dreadnought's gone mental again. Smacking through the Brother Captain. Not going to last long there, buddy. Down he goes. Inekura must have been watching this. Or I guess felt like they couldn't just run away or they'd die anyway. The Chaos Predator, no marks yet. Meanwhile, east side. The Blood Crusher is still around. Uh-oh, maybe not anymore. Interceptors teleporting in. With the Psy Cannons. Do they still only get the Psych Out Grenade? I mean, they can use it to drain the energy of the Blood Crusher. I thought they got a Crack Grenade as well. I guess not. Didn't say it on the tooltip, that's for sure. Sorcerer is down. Brother Captain is down. And the Western VP turns blue. There's a 2-1 for Chaos. Ordo Malleus opened up a little bit of a VP lead. Predator tank is wary of engaging that last cannon Rhino, it looks like. Getting some shots on the retreating interceptors. I don't think they bashed anything there. West side, meanwhile. Blastmaster Noise Marines are set up. It's a decent hit. Killed a model. More than a decent hit. Purgation have gone for silencers, actually. Not the conversion beamer, so good damage to all targets. Another good shot. Fanaticism stops the damage though. And there's the teleport on it. No Dusty Car on those guys, so they weren't disrupted. And they actually got dealt with their Dreadnought charging on through. Purgation having to flee as well. We got a las cannon on this side from Lokyo. Meanwhile, I hear tank shots. Where is the tank? Oh, it's here. They're still on that power. Very determined to bash this power is Bruce Campbell. Level 3 interceptors now. There's Pestilent Strike. Doesn't help you if you leave the cloud though. Tank trying a little flank. Again, seems wary of engaging the Rhino 1v1. Those guys having to teleport away, maybe because they knew the interceptors were around. 253 to 251. 2-1 cap for the blue Chaos team. That's marked target from the, or sorry, what is it called? Target acquired from the Vindicare, which improves his range, I believe, and also marks targets visibility-wise when he shoots them. 253 to 239. Can they get this VP back? They've got enough stuff here. Vindicare needs to swap his bullets to damage these vehicles here. He's using the Exodus rounds, which are anti-infantry. Doesn't seem to be swapping them. Maybe they want to shoot the Sorcerer. Sorcerer leading the line. There we go. Turbo penetrate rounds are in. Here comes some Terminators though. Maybe. Nope. It's a circle of summoning from the Sorcerer to spawn some Bloodletters. Just kicking off over here. oLev bringing the Blood Crusher all the way over to the other side. There's a Demonic Roar causing absolute mayhem. 249 to 230. That's Mark of Zinc CSM. There's the barrage. Nope, doesn't use it. More interceptors. Couldn't quite disrupt the heretics there. This blood crush has been amazing. Still in play. VPs are pretty much evened up now. Ordo Malleus with the 2-to-1. In fact, they are perfectly evened up. 230 each right now. Chaos are getting the west side back. The Predator still doesn't have a mark, and Lokyo is floating resources like crazy. What are they up to? They could purchase anything, but they're not. Maybe they are... Oh, they must be waiting for red, maybe? Oh, no. They're getting a Great Unclean One. I think maybe they were waiting for the 350 red to try and get Terminators, but they gave up on it. Oh, no. Blood Crusher's going to go down, I think. Down it goes. It did amazing work for oLev. Basically carried them through tier 2, or at least helped to carry them through. Operatives throw their crack grenade and run away. Is that Paladins? It is Paladins on the field now for Sir Gunter. Very elite tier 3 Terminator variants, heavy melee weapons, and the very cool Holy Grounds ability as well. They have tons of hit points, soaking up the damage here. Vindicare going for shots on the tank, but it's getting awfully close to a bunch of angry auto-gun cultists there. Forced to retreat. Paladin still in play. You have that inspiration on kill. 229 to 230 now. Interceptors want to fight. Plague Champion is there. Smacks one down with a Plague Fist. I think that was the... No, it wasn't the Duster. Level 4 Interceptors there. Dreadnought's still around. Dreadnought's been pretty good for Tenso. That'll give the Paladins a hell of a fight, especially in Blood Rage mode. Uh-oh. Orbital. Who was that? Bruce Campbell, maybe? I don't think it's... Oh, it hit those guys. We now have a Rhino and a Vortimer Razorback for Bruce Campbell. Fast attack vehicle with a Psy Cannon on top to damage all targets. Very, very quick. Great Unclean One is going where? Looks like he's going to the west side. Small VP lead opened up by the Chaos Space Marines, but they're losing the west side. And now we have Paladins, we have the Vortimer, Vindicare, the Brother Captain is still down here. That's Inekura. Level 4 Brother Captain, level 3 Eversor, got a Melter Bomb of his own now. I mean, are you going to argue with an Eversor Assassin if you want to take a Melter Bomb with him? I'm having this now. Lambert of Phobos on the way for oLev. Looks like they are a little bit defeated here. They lost one of their CSM squads. These guys are in a bad fight as well. They've drawn... Oh, there's Touch of Noble. Bruce Campbell is happy to still fight. Oh, got very unlucky there. That detonation was far away from the interceptors, having to just retreat out. Mark of Pawn, CSM, having to run home. Not going to be happy. Even with Touch of Noble, that was really unlucky that model was thrown clear as they died. Here's a Great Unclean One then. Passively damages nearby enemies. Have lots of cool abilities, such as that Foul Snare there. Did get the melt up before they were dragged to almost to death. In fact, they might still go down. Nope, they make it out. Another Land Raider Phobos on the way for the Tenso, trying to combat all these enemy vehicles, I guess. Blastmaster gets a good hit. Can they kill these Stormtroopers here? They can. Mark of Pawn CSM doing their job. 207 to 219, kicking off towards the mid. Demolishing strike. Sent the Plague Champion flying. Down goes the Chaos Predator too. And a Great Unclean One taking a lot of damage here. Las Cannon is getting shots on that Vortimer. Great Unclean One having to waddle home though. They held the line really well there, Ordo Malleus. Tank is down. That was Lokyo's tank, right? Pretty sure it was. Doom bolts. Late game Doom bolts. Love to see it. Can they hold the VP? Blastmaster seemed to misfire there. These fellas with their Incinerator wrist mounted. We have some Chaos Terminators. Maybe we'll see Lightning Claws to really put pressure on the Paladins very quickly. Maybe. The Phobos of oLev is in the mid. Tenso's just hit the field. Still has that Dreadnought as well. Level 2. Inekura's brother captain taking the fight against the Dreadnought again for some reason. Might go down. I think they're going to make it. Big push here by the Ordo Malleus. Operatives get their bomb on the Dreadnought. It gets teleported away by the Tenso though. Shrines go down. And they are going to at least decap the VP. Probably take it. Unless there's a nuke coming in here or something. T1's back. There's some Nurgle worship for him too. Double Phobos here. Brother Captain leads the line. Paladins alongside the Paladins have taken some damage already. Maybe they can focus them down here. Where are the Chaos Terminators though? Well, there's more Paladins now. Inekura's got some Paladins. So Gunters are the ones that are more damaged. These are the first guys that appear. Teleporting away. There's a noxious cloud on those vehicles. They don't seem too bothered by it. Brown Kimon's taking a lot of damage here. They took out those interceptors. Those were Inekura's, I believe. Paladins chasing these Mark of Corn Chaos Space Marines with the help of the interceptors having to flee. Oh, they're going to get the... They got the Razorback finally. Sorry, the Rhino. Oh, and the Vortimer Razorback went down too. They got them both. Wasn't even paying attention to that. That was a good fight for the Chaos team. The double Phoboses. In fact, they have conceded. The Ordo Malleus have conceded. Really? They had 2 Paladins. They had Purgation. They had... All their heroes were up. Nope, Eversor's down. But both the brother captains were up. I think that's a little bit of a premature concede. Maybe. You never know. These guys might have been playing for 7 hours straight or something and they'd had enough. But with 2 Paladins on the field, none of them have dropped any models. I thought maybe they'd give it one more push, but I guess not. Chaos is victorious. Level 4 Chaos Sorcerer, level 4 Plague Champion, and a level 2 Plague Champion. Trying to... Oh, almost capped that VP there actually. But the captains were level 2. Level 4, and the Eversor Assassin level 3. I think... Oh, we can't see his hands. I think he still had his... He had his pistol. Didn't get his claw or anything fancy. What did the Terminators do? I think they just took a bunch of damage and backed off and then didn't do much else. Wanted to see some claws going on. But there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to these players for taking part. And of course, man with a plan, Impregnable, for hosting such events. I'll see you next time.